Okay, we'll make a start for the first half of the post-game press conference. Finland 109, GB 79 here in Group B in Tampere. Got Coach Mark Stutel and Miles Hessen with us. Just the housekeeping again, just please make sure that you tell us who you are and the organisation you represent when you ask any question, and if we can make sure our phones are on mute, appreciated. Coach, obviously a disappointing loss, but can you give us your initial overall thoughts?
Yeah, congratulations to Finland on an impressive offensive display, particularly Lauri Markkanen, who caused those problems and put 43 points on the board, similar to what he was averaging in the prep games. So yeah, he obviously caused those problems, as did Salin, in terms of how he shot the ball. So yeah, we have to try and find different ideas, different solutions. My team continually fights, continually battles, no matter what. But I think all of us, we got to try and find different ways. When you're playing against, a player at that level, and he's carrying the scoring load for a team like that, I think, we have to try and be more effective. I thought offensively at times, we showed some strengths when we're trying to play within our DNA. And defensively, I still thought there was some, relatively strong possessions at certain points. We just, again, have to try and find, more solutions. I think, we established ourselves in the games. I think that we're going to keep fighting. I'd love us to feel like some of those 50-50 calls are gonna balance themselves out over the course of the tournament. But yeah, I think on the whole, again, we've got to continue to learn from this. I felt like there were some clear signs in Lithuania and a few more today. I think that the score obviously doesn't flatter us at all, and we have to find a way when we come up against a player at that level how we can find solutions.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Miles, difficult day at the office, so to speak. What's your initial reaction?
Just like what Coach said, really, had a guy that had a great game against us. We did what we could. We made a lot of mistakes that we can learn from going forward to the next game. And that's all we can do now, is just look forward to the next 2-3 games that we have.
Okay. Questions at the front here, please.
Yeah, hi Coach, Emmett Ryan from Ball in Europe. Obviously tonight was a tough result, but tomorrow I think a lot of people would have said before this tournament is pegged as the most winnable one for Team GB. How do you pick the lads up after tonight to sort of get focused and go after that game?
Yeah, I mean, short turnaround time, so hopefully, we can get out the building here quickly and, get our recovery in. I've said to the guys there, I think, the thing that always stays true with this group is how much these guys care, and how much these guys give for the program. So, I've just asked them there to try and, forget some of the challenges quickly. And I think, myself, I've got to try and find a way to, to help the guys out in different scenarios, and that's something that me and the staff will go away and look at. But I think the players, they're committed to the cause, so I'm sure they'll think about it for the next hour or so whilst they're doing some recovery, and after that we'll switch to our focus to Sweden. Sweden have shown, that they're an organised team. That they've had obviously 2 games, Finland and Germany, that we've had chance to watch. So yeah, excited to go and get back on the floor tomorrow and try and compete.
Here.
Yeah, Mark, obviously Laurie will take the headlines for tonight's game, but from the GB side, Luke Nelson had a very positive game. You've seen his development from when he was a teenager at Reading Rockets, when you were Northumbria coach. In that 13, 12-year span, how have you seen his game elevate to the level that he's at today?
Yeah, I mean, Luke's the one who takes, all the credit for his development. He's been in some high-level teams, high-level organisations, and he's shown that he can compete at a really good level across Europe. I think Luke's IQ, he's one of the real strengths of him. He's obviously exceptionally skilled, but I think his ability to read situations in real time on the floor is really valuable to us. Obviously valuable for Luke when he's playing club basketball. And yeah, happy to talk about Luke. I think, when I get the chance here, there's a lot of guys, Luke, Miles, Carl, Aquaz, all of these guys, the core of the team, that they're doing all that they can in these moments. And obviously, you can't be in this role and experience good moments and challenging moments. And I think when we have challenging moments, again, I think that's where our character really kind of stays true. Luke in particular, as I say, Miles sat next to me, these guys who are always ready to play. So yeah, Luke's development, as I say to Luke, I feel fortunate that I've been able to watch his development, and I've able to be, kind of observing as he grows and does all that he can. But yeah, I think, he showed some of his plays tonight, show the player that he is, and hopefully, we need the best out of all of our guys tomorrow to really try and, make sure that we kickstart our campaign and try and get the right outcome tomorrow.
And final one from me, Miles. Finland was shooting the lights out. What was going wrong with the defense around the perimeter tonight, or were they just too good? It
was a bit of both. I think we played pretty decent defense for most of the game and had a few lapses, like what happens in basketball. And they made a few tough shots. Hats off to them. We just got to keep building and look forward to the next game.
No other questions? All right. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Miles. Good luck tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll start the second part of the post-game press conference here in Tampere in Group B of EuroBasket 2025. Finland having won the game 109-79 over Great Britain. We've got Coach Tuovi and Andrei Gustafsson with us. Coach, if I could ask you initially your immediate reaction to what was an incredibly impressive performance.
Well, I need to congratulate my players. The way they recovered, the way they handled the situation after tough game against Sweden, a day off, and today they did the job. So they were humble and they were fresh, physically and mentally. And even though Great Britain started well and they're a very good team, when you let them play, I think we felt all the game that we were in, like locked in, and that's why it looks so good. So really happy about how they perform.
Thank you. Andrei, your initial views on the game, your reaction to the game. What a great crowd again. Tremendous night for your team.
Yes, very awesome to play in front of a crowd like that, especially the national anthem. Got a little shivers going. But I think the team wasn't really happy with how we performed in the first game. So I think everybody understood it and was very locked in for the last 2 days, but kept it light enough to perform well. And I think once the game started, we just focused on doing our job, and I think we started off strong, and just that's it.
Okay, thank you. Questions from the floor? There you go.
Coach, aside from Laurie's eruption of 43 points, and I'll get onto that in a second, how satisfying as a coach is it that all 12 Finland players played tonight and all registered at least a point? They all contributed.
Well, extremely happy, extremely important, because tournament is long and they all know we spoke about it past weeks, that you never know whose day is today. Sometimes it's about decision made by coach. Sometimes there's a foul problem. So you got to be ready every day. And today, absolutely, all the players got in the rhythm, and that's very important for this kind of a long tournament.
To both of you, you're, Laurie with 43 points. As a coach, how easy is it to coach someone like Laurie, and to you as well? Just how easy does he make it on the floor for you as a player?
I think we got a great system in place, and I feel like when he, compared to last year, I think when he comes around, the way he plays, he doesn't take away from how we play. He finds the right spots, and I look up and he has 30, and it feels like he's just been not forcing anything, not doing anything extra, just finding the open spots. And I think our team knows where to find them, and I mean, he just makes it easy for us. But I think it's a group effort, and we're always there to help him out if needed.
Yeah, I think my main job is not to mess it up. To let him play and let them play together to give a freedom. But of course, as said, he's been playing through the youth national team system, so most of the stuff are coming from the backbone, and that's why it looks so easy. But of course, sensational performance. It's very happy for the Finnish basketball fans who came here today to see this kind of a performance live.
Any other questions? Coach, if you can just indulge me on one question. Coach Detman was at the game tonight, and you've been part of this growth of Finnish basketball over a number of years now. How satisfying is it for you to see how much the whole program from top to bottom and this team representing that is for you?
No, well, I've been the lucky one. I'm the spoiled one. I joined the team in 2010, so I've been seeing this past 15 years. But of course, we need to always remember the history, respect it. That's also their responsibility to understand that this is not something that is just given. It's been hard work through the years from the clubs, through the federation, and working for something that nobody is interested. So we are just the lucky ones who are here, playing in front of 12,000 people, 13,000 people, and gotta respect all the people who has been working for this for a long time.
Thank you. If there's no other questions, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Andre. Congratulations, and good luck for the rest of the competition. Thank you.
Kiitos.
Great job, man.